Hey everyone, Archie here, and welcome back to a brand new Sims 4 speed build on the channel. I hope you're all doing amazing today. And now, today, this moment, we're gonna celebrate 2 years anniversary for the channel, for me and you both. Me, 2 years of content creating on YouTube, you receiving 2 years of me content creating on YouTube, and I hope you're gonna enjoy this special, because this one I took the most furious and difficult challenge there is in building in the Sims 4 game. And don't believe anyone else that's gonna tell you that there's something a bit more complicated than this one, because this one is gonna be a base game. No bb.moveobject cheat code, no tools, no CCs, no mods, no debug, nothing that I usually use. So all those things are not gonna be in this build, and believe me, I'm after the task of trying to prove that you can build something awesome without the use of all of those. I'm gonna build this build the way the Sims intended us and wanted us to build in the Sims 4 game. Boring. No. I'm just kidding. Actually, that was the exact opposite from boring. That was so intense, so amazing, so fun, that I gotta tell you, I was surprised. I was surprised that I had so much fun doing that thing, and there were some bumps and things in the way of creating this that kind of drove me crazy, and I'm gonna share that with you. But if you're new here, first of all, hi, I'm RG, and I'm content creator on YouTube. I'm creating Sims 4 builds and tutorials, things that probably you never saw on anyone else's channel. Maybe some you did watch on someone else's channel, but most of it probably not. I'm creating things that are not usual. Most of the time I'm not creating houses, and there's a good reason why I'm creating here a base game, no bb.moveobjects and stuff like that house, but I will get to that later on. But usually I'm creating stuff like water park and the Titanic, police station, bank, space station, jumbo jet, arcade, Egypt, Rome, Paris. Not too long ago I created the Eiffel Tower. Some really awesome things that you probably missed. And you know what? For those who are following me for a long time now, let me know in the comment section down below which of my builds is your top favorite. Like, what is your favorite build that you've craving for me to create, and I did. And once I brought it out, you were so excited, and it's still in your game right now. You know what? Let me know in the comment section which build is that. I gotta tell you that I think that one of the best builds that I think are the most enjoyable for me of all time, like to create, was I think it's the mall, the 2020 mall that I created. Funny enough, and surprisingly, not really, it was even my top views on YouTube, video. So yeah, that was my favorite one to create. And before we're gonna start talking about this build, first of all, I want to say thank you all for all of you here that spent time being with me from the first day. I doubted that there are people like from the first day still chilling around, but probably people like 1 year ago, 2 years ago, like 1.5 years ago are still here. I even can see some of you and know that you've been following me for a long time. So thank you so much for the amazing support. Could not done this without you, and I really hope that you're gonna enjoy even a base game build. Now, the funny thing and the funny story about why I'm building a base game mansion, this is a mini mansion. And the funny thing was that I was playing the game the other day, and I said to myself, okay, so I need a house for my Sims. My Sims was a writer in the game, and I said I want a house for my Sims. So I looked at my gallery to see if there are any builds that I can, to see if there are any houses. And it came to my attention that I hardly build houses, and I said, okay, that's not a possibility. It can be that I'm not building houses. I think that the last time that I built a house was the Triangle Villa, which was 1 year ago, I think. I built a penthouse, a base game penthouse, but I didn't want my Sims to live in a penthouse. I wanted to live in a mini mansion or some sort of mansion. So I said, okay, so I can let this go through. No, I need a house for my Sim. And I said, okay, so let's build my Sim a house, let's record it, And in that moment, I actually remembered a funny moment that I had in one of my friends' stream. Her name is Emily Blue Jay. She's super sweet, super kind, and I really love her stream because it's a place to chill for me from building in a game. So if you're really into chilling stream and you want to see someone build or do some challenges, Emily is the place for you. So I'll leave a link to her stream in the description down below for you to check her out. Give her a follow if you want, and maybe you're gonna catch me sometimes over there also. But I was chilling in Emily's streams and we were chatting and talking about Simguru Ninja and how funny it will be if he is lurking while she's building right now, and how funny it's gonna be if he will just pop up. And funnily enough, 2 or 3 minutes after that, he popped in the stream, in the chat, and asked her and me a question: if we ever try to build in the game without the bb.moveobject cheat code, without the tool mod, without cheats at all, without you know, basically, if we ever build the game the way they intended us to build. And we both thought about it, but never really did it. So I said, okay, if my sim need a house, and Simguru Ninja asked if we ever try to build in the game in the basically legit way, or the old-fashioned way, and I never done this, and the channel is celebrating 2 years in the channel, what is more on our way, let's call it, on our way to honor the game by building old-time rock and roll style, how they intended us to build. So here we are building a base game without cheat codes, without tool mod, without debug, without anything. And the idea here is actually to show you that it's possible. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I was skeptic. I was not thinking that this is possible. Because yes, I've built in base game only, but when I was building in the base game only, I did use the move object cheat codes, and I did use tool, and I did use a lot of the debug items. And basically I was creating new build, like not new builds, but new objects from the debug menu with the move object cheat codes. So yeah, making this, and you're gonna see a lot of those rate indicators that telling you that you cannot place the object over there because the bb.moveobjects code is not activated. So yeah, it was one hell of a fun. You would be surprised how fun it was. I think that the fact that we don't have much variety in objects in the base game only pack, of course if you're not using the debug menu we have even less options and variety of items. I think that what makes this building much more fun, because first of all you're not losing yourself in the ocean bottomless variety of objects in the game with so many packs. So for someone that built in the game for so long time now, basically I've built in the game from the first day it came out, not just 2 years. 2 years is only on YouTube, but I've been playing the game and building in it from the first day it came out. So I basically know all the items from base game. So for me, I really knew where all the objects are located. I knew where to look for. I knew what I want to use. And the only limit here was the red indicator, that I cannot place them super tight and super clutter. But still, as you can see, even without the bb.moveobjects, I managed to create some really nice garden, as you can see right now. Some really nice grilling area, some really nice pool area. You don't need the bb.moveobject cheat code activated. Now yes, when we're gonna go inside, this is where it's become a bit more tricky, because inside you cannot even place a plant near a chair just like you can do with the bb.moveobjects cheat code activated, because they cannot be super tight to each other. So yeah, that was a bit annoying and a bit frustrating sometimes, but I learned how to go around with it. I learned how to play with the objects, and at the end, this build is bb.moveobjects free, and it's super awesome. It's 100% legit, no cheat codes, no. I can't really express enough how excited I am that I managed to do that. And, well, of course, in my opinion, this still looks awesome. Let me know your opinion, of course, about this build in the comment section down below. Now, this build is 3 levels. I wanted this to be some sort of a mini mansion. with the first floor is basically the base floor. So there's nothing inside, it's just the like the base of the structure that is holding the first floor and the second floor. In the first floor, let's not call it the first floor, let's call it the underground floor. Over there's a lot of space for you if you want to expand this build on your own. For example, if you're gonna play the game, if you want more kids and more, maybe you want to play an athlete or something and you want to have some sort of mini gym or something like that, you can of course add it into the bottom area, to the first floor basically. Now I could not even place the cars because they are part of the debug section, but I did create some sort of a parking spot with a workbench for you know, scalping and stuff like that. So your sims can also create some sculptures and stuff like that. And yeah, right now we are actually inside of the house in the first floor that is livable, of course, that I built. And this is the kitchen. I gotta tell you, I think this kitchen is amazingly beautiful by the fact that it's a base game only. I actually tried to go to the combination between industrial and modern and something in between those two, like try to combine them somehow, and I really love how it came out. I gotta tell you, this is my dream kitchen. For those who following me, you do know that I really love good food and I really love to cook. This is actually my dream kitchen. Really big, a lot of space to work on and create some nice and awesome recipes. And yeah, so I went with the idea of black and brown and stony, you know, stones and stuff. It's more like gray and things like that in this section. I really love how it came out. Now in the dining area, I went with the recently added new items from content creator, like from CC creators. This is something that developers decided to bring into the game to do some sort of combination with CC creators and bring it legit into the game. I gotta tell you that this is one of the best thing that the developers did in the game. I think that they need to step up the pace of things like that and do some more collaboration with CC creators just to create things like those dining tables and those chairs and make them in the base game or in the game, even expansion packs, but bring them as part of legit game objects and not CCs. Oh, by the way, right now you can see those lights, that one is bigger, the other one is smaller, hanging from the ceiling. Now this is the trick that I told you in the start of this video, and I'm going to try to explain to you how it kind of works. Now in normal times, like in normal building, it's not supposed to work. This thing is the only thing that should be working if you're using the bb.moveobject cheat code. But while I was playing with those lights in the kitchen, I was actually trying to do some things. And then I scaled one to see if I can still fit two of them, even if not that too close to each other. But then I pressed escape, and while the object was scaled up, and what happened is that the lamp magnet back to the original spot that it used to be. So I didn't have to place it manually after I scaled it. You see what I'm trying to say here? This is actually a trick. So if I try to sum this up and make it simple to understand, what you want to do to make this work without the bb.moveobject cheat code is to place one lamp from the ceiling and then take the same lamp and try to place it as close as you can to the first one. Now take one of the lamp, scale it up one time, two times, how much you want, and press escape. Don't touch it, don't try to place it manually, just press escape. It will automatically magnet the scaled up lamp to the original place it was placed on. So basically this is a legit way. I did not use any cheat code, I didn't do anything out of the ordinary, I didn't manipulate the game to make it work. It is working. Now I do not know if when you're gonna place this build in your game, the bigger size lamp will appear. I don't know if it will. So if it does not, like, if you don't see it, just do as I said to make it again in the kitchen, just like you see it over here. Do exactly as I told you, and you'll have a bigger size light over there, just like you see here. Now, one thing that really drove me crazy, and if the Sim Guru Ninja is gonna watch this, or any of the Sims developers gonna watch this, please, 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 I'm begging you to add a platform custom-made room. Just like we can create our own custom-made rooms that we have in the game, you know, the one that you can paint the border of the room and then it will just pop up. Make that thing usable in platform, because when I was building here in the platforms, I used a lot of them at the beginning, and I used the triangle ones, and I had to stack them up, then make them in the same level, and then raise and make them higher and lower. That actually drove me crazy. Please, please, please bring a custom-made platform room to the game, so we can create our own shape of platform and make it work. Because right now, if we want to do something like that, we need to create a room, delete the walls, and then raise the platform from that wall. It's kind of messy, it's kind of making it much more difficult, because sometimes you create a room in an area, and once you're creating the room, you kind of messing something else because the walls are popping up. Something really, really weird. We need a platform custom-made tool, something like that. So please add that to the game. It will be a lifesaver. And as you can see right now, we are building the working room for the writer. As I told you, I built this for my sim that was a writer, so this is a room for him to get some inspiration from those lovely painting and write some books. And as you can see, I used actually to decorate one of the walls, I used a curtains. This is exactly the thing that I want you to take from this build. Base game only, and you can use those curtains to create some, let's say, beds, heads, or something like that. Decorative walls. They are usable as decorative items. You don't need to place them and magnet them only to windows. You don't. You can use them on walls. You can create some really nice TV units with them, even without the use of bb.moveobjects. I did not use them over here, so I did not use that cheat code over here, and yet those curtains can create some really nice and awesome things. So make sure to use them next time when you're building something. So right here you can see that we're creating the kids room, and thank God for bunk beds, because now I can place two of them in one room. One of the rooms that I really don't like to create are the kids' rooms. I don't know why, just I'm not feeling it every time that I'm creating kid rooms. And I'm just grateful that we have those bunk beds, because now you can have two kids in that room instead of just one, and you don't need to build two rooms for that. So that is amazing, and I'm super hyped that we have those bunk beds, and I'm super grateful for them. So EA team, thank you so much. Now, one thing that I feel that I must tell you is the thing that I need to do to build in base game. Now, if you are into building in the base game only and you want to do that, there is actually a simple way to disable all the packs that you have in the game, including kits and packs and expansions and game pack and stuff pack, and all of them. You can disable them. You can disable individual ones if you want only some of them to appear. If you want to make a build that is base game and only one pack, you can do that. There is a simple way to do that. I used the tutorial by James Turner. I think you know this guy, and he created a simple tutorial on his website, not channel, on his website. So I'll link that tutorial into the description. It's kind of simple. You just need to go to that website of his, and he will give you some codes that you need to enter in the. Just follow the instruction. It's really, really simple, and you can create your own base game build just like that. And I'm sure you're gonna have super fun time making those builds that way. Now, for those of you who are still here and still listening to me, and I didn't lose you somewhere in the beginning or the middle, I know you are the most hardcore followers that I have. So I'm gonna share with you what happened actually to this build on Thursday. Because you do know that I plan to release this build as a celebration on last Friday, and on Thursday when I was doing the last editing for the speed builds, which are basically the recording files for this build, basically what you're looking at right now, I kinda accidentally, after finishing editing it and cutting and doing the transitions and stuff, I accidentally deleted the folder that contained all the spit build, and for some unknown reason, instead of going into the trash bin, it just vaporized from the PC, and I could not really bring those files back. Like, they were not in the trash bin, so I could not do recover to recover them into the PC. So yeah, the only way I could recover them is by using a software, and those softwares are kind of expensive, like $60 or something like that. But to be honest, those videos do not make $60. So I can't really, you know, it's not that I can invest in that software to save this video, and this video will kind of bring the money on the software. You know, it was complicated, so at the end I had to rebuild the whole house from zero and recording it. So basically what you are watching right now is me building the same house for the second time and sharing it with you. Fun fact, the end of this video, the tour is gonna be with the first house, so you're kinda gonna see them both in one video. Anyway, that's all what I wanted to share with you in this video. Thank you so much for the amazing support. Happy 2 years anniversary for you and me both, and I hope that you're gonna be here for the 3rd year. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new here, and I'll see you next time. Until the next time, happy anniversary, keep that Sims party going for me, cause RGR Gaming, signing off.